Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for The Amazing Spider-Man issue 48. Pretty awesome looking cover there. Unfortunately, it really doesn't have much. We don't really have a brawl going on between Chasm and Spidey in this, but I do like the cover, and also like how it's kind of like all tilted and everything, especially like the barcode, and we're getting close to issue 50, so we'll see what's going on. So, we start off and we see that Hallows Eve and Ben are talking to someone earlier. And how does that make you feel, Janine? I guess like it was all for nothing, that even after everything I've given up, everything we've both given up, Ben is still missing something. His memories? Yeah, those, but maybe also, I don't know, his soul? Maybe? It's okay, Janine, everything we say here is okay. What if I told you that every part of Ben, everything he's lost, could be returned to him? See, I told you, you can do that? I can, and I'm more than willing. And we definitely see an ominous-looking shadow, and we see that it is the Green Goblin. So, okay, how's this kind of working out? If you can find a way to look past our complicated history, we can do that. How do we move forward? That's where things get interesting. You see, I happen to be in possession of a miraculous machine. And of course, we're now with the Winkler device and everything, and her with her flaming kind of like mace. I'm sorry, Spider-Man, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. This room is for patients only. If we're leaving, we're taking the Winkler device with us. It's the only thing that can clear my husband's name. And wait, sorry, who is crazy enough to be your patient? Right here, that's me. Dr. Kafka is going to make Ben whole again, and she needs her machine to make it happen. Her machine? Did she steal it from Roderick Kingsley? Steal it? Where did you get that silly idea? Roderick Kingsley used the Winkler device on my husband, brainwashed him into thinking he was the Hobgoblin. And who, my sweet little lamb, do you think brainwashed Kingsley? The machine is mine, it always has been. It was you. Easy, Betty, as Spidey's trying to, like, get a handle on the situation. You ruined my life. And it's like, I applaud you for attempting to take matters in your own hands, but you should really watch out. I see you're suffering from irrational anger. Not really. Luckily, it can be treated. I know it's fallen out of favor, but what I find helps is a good old-fashioned lobotomy, as she's pretty much getting ready to smash Betty's skull in. It's like, nope, and then we get thwip, and Spidey's, that's enough. I kind of like that. He's taken this situation like, no, stop that shit. And I really like how he's able to swing her, and we get the crash that works like that. We are leaving with the Winkler device. I won't say it again. Understood, boss. Mind if I sneak in there real quick before you go? We came all this way, you understand. Just gonna slide by you here real quick. Whoop, as we just see Ben just plop himself down. It's like, I would not trust her. Alright, Dr. Kafka, tune me up. Ben, do you have any idea what that machine does? I'm not gonna let Kafka turn you into a goblin. Yeah, Spidey's got it there. Look how your growth threatens him, Ben. Okay. Do you see how toxic your relationship is? Eve, Ben and I need to take some space. Would you be willing to help us do that? I would. Good luck, Ben. I love you. Why is she putting on sporting equipment? You don't watch many movies, do you? And Spidey's like, oh shit. And we see Eve put on the mask and turn into the weird, crazy thing. Move, Betty. I've got to get you out of here before... Slice, murder, mutilate, destroy. We have nightmares for the rest of our lives. That's a really good Spidey-looking scene as Eve crashes through as the hockey mask killer dude. Let's make meat together, okay? Gross. Run, Betty! Run! You think you know what's best for Ben? You are blood and bones. If someone's about to pretty much shove their fist into an open electrical socket, and someone's like, please don't do that. Yeah, like... No, don't let the crazy goblin person just do shit with your head. Nothing else as Spidey gets thrown at Betty pretty much. It's like, ah, shit. And I like the shift in the paneling as we get a nice big page up here and then shifting like this. Really solid of you to help me out like this, Dr. Kafka, and pro bono, which I think means free. Still, I hope I can repay you someday. Actually, Ben, I'd rather you didn't. Do you remember how I was repaid the last time I helped you when we were both working at Beyond? Doesn't ring a bell. It's like, he doesn't have his memories. I mean, sure, test him, but no, I don't suppose it would. Beyond scrubbed that event from your mind. It went poorly, you see. It's the reason you lost the memories you share with Spider-Man. I tried to warn you about those butchers, and I was punished for it. turned into this. So you see, it is I who owe you, as they then clamp down, and it's like, ah, shit, she's gonna fuck with him even worse. And this should be just about square us. Janine, as he's pretty much screaming for help. Janine, you have to stop this. Letting Kafka use the Winkler device on Ben is madness. You lie like the sack of blood you are. Madness is trying to stop Ben from getting better. Spidey has been attempting to help Ben all this time. What in the ever-loving fuck you talking about? Better? That machine turned Ned Leeds into a goblin. How will that make Ben... How will it make Ben better? You know the answer in your gooey brains. You used the machine last. There's still a piece of you in it. A piece that can make Ben whole. Kafka told us. I used the machine last? That's not true. You lie, gorebag. It's like... Sweet Jesus. I was strapped into a machine much like this, against my will, corrupted by the sins of Norman Osborn, against my will, made a goblin, against my will, all because of you. It's like, oh God. And I know that a lot of people who've read that story arc are probably like, okay, we kind of get this, but this kind of helps me give a little bit more context of what's going on. Janine, I've never used that machine in my life. I toiled to rid myself of his sins, hoping it would heal me, but I remained condemned. Do you see why someone must pay? It's like, yeah, but the thing is, there's certain... Sometimes you get kind of changed by things. Now, granted, you can get better, but just trying to go essentially the revenge route all the time does not work. She told us you'd say that. She told us not to believe you. We are both clones, Ben Reilly. We know how little of us is truly ours, how precious those pieces are. As he's going, This is how it feels to have them washed away by the sins of a madman. It's like, sweet Jesus, no. Enough. If you won't listen to him, you better listen to me. Clot your tongue. I will not do that. That machine destroyed my husband's life, took a father away from his son. That's what it does. It destroys. It can't heal anyone. If you love Ben, you'll help us get him out of it now. Why? Why do I believe you? As she takes off the mask and goes back to Hollow Z. I don't know. But I'm glad you did. As she just punches her, it's like, oh shit. Whoa. Go get that machine. Yeah, I'm going. You get out of here. I will. Just as soon as I say my piece. To me, what business do we have with each other? A lot, I bet. I've been where you are. I lived there, actually. In love with a man who's defined by his demons. Giving everything you have to save him. Be careful. You can spend so much time fixing him that you lose yourself. I say that because my Ned, well, takes one to know one is all I say. I'm like, I really feel for Betty there. It's like, yeah. I mean, granted, there are helping people, but we see that, like, Hollow's Eve has been just consumed with Ben's stuff. And there's a certain kind of tracks of, like, you shouldn't be doing these kinds of things to try and get better. You can try and help as much as possible, but sometimes you gotta let that motherfucker fist that light socket and figure out what the consequences are and learn. Huh. Guess that's why I believed you, as she runs off. It's like, alright. As we see Ben getting screwed up as Spidey cracks in. Do you like it? That's just a taste. I hope you enjoy the main course, as we see that Spidey's got the flaming mace and smashes the Winkler device. Sorry, I should have asked. Could I use this? But Peter, you've ruined his treatment. You're the one who needs treatment. You're going back to Ravencroft now, as he tosses down the mace. I was cold and dead the last time you sent me there, and that's the only way I'm going back, as she comes at him with knives. I was like, damn. And I like Spidey kind of like juking and jiving around. What do you want, Kaka? For someone else to hold my pain, and that's a big thing. Sometimes people, like, pain's a very crazy kind of thing. Someone shouldn't be in constant pain, but to have it completely offloaded on someone, that's kind of what Norman did. Well, what the Norman kind of thing happened to her, and she wants to do it to somebody else. It's like, no, there's a way to stop the pain, deal with it, and let it not define you, but also let it go. And she needs to kind of learn that. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't know whose side I'm on. Our own Ben, like always, as Eve pops back up. Janine, Kafka lied to us. She wanted to turn me into a goblin. I know, baby, I'm sorry. How about we turn you into a ghost instead? As they pretty much bugger off. What about them? That's just what I want to talk about. It's like, okay. You had no right to get in my way. You're about to fuck someone up. Fuck you. Someone has to pay for what was done to me. How many someones will there be? Norman, Ben, and don't think I've forgotten what you did to me during that business with Craven. Lucky for you, I don't believe in revenge. So no matter what this looks like, It's strictly professional. I'm like, good on you, Spidey, as he kind of just thunder whacks her ass. Loving the art here. I hope you're happy. You just saved a man who wants to kill you. Ben needs help. Real help. And not your lies about me and the Winkler device. Huh. I lied about many things, but not... And then she just thuds out. It's like... And I kind of like that. Thud. Spider-Man, are you okay? What? Oh, yeah, I think. Call the police. We have our evidence. The Winkler device is ours. Wait, where are Ben and Janine? I kind of like that Spidey, like, ah, shit, look. Really good, effective use of, like, emotion and faces and action in this one. So we get to across town. And this is pretty interesting here. What's the matter, Eve? You're awfully quiet. It's your memories, Ben. Everything we've done to get them back. All the pain we've caused. And in the end, all we're chasing is the past. Very good observation, Gene. I want a future. Those memories, they were Peter's formative years. All the lessons he learned. The way I act without them, what if that's who I am? What if I'm just bad? And I kind of like Ben digging into that. It's like, they're Peter's. Sometimes you have to learn your own lessons. It's helpful to learn from other people, but sometimes that doesn't completely help you out. As, like, being a kind of older brother, I kind of get that, and that, like, you can talk to your sibling and be like, hey, this is just what I've gone through. This is just to give you an idea. But if you want to go and do your own thing, that's cool. You know what I mean? It's that kind of balance kind of aspect. That's why I kind of get that kind of brother vibe from, like, Peter and Ben. Maybe you're bad. Maybe I'm bad. Maybe we're both just scared and hurting. Maybe there's no difference. I don't care anymore. It's like, there are some differences, and I understand being like, we should just kind of move on. Good or bad, I just want to be us. That's enough, Ben. It's always been enough. I love you, Janine. Oh, by the way, that machine showed me some terrible things. Spider-Man is in a lot of trouble. As Janine's like, what? It's like, maybe you can help him? Then we get to kind of the last bit here, as we see the Sinister Six elsewhere, talking about what's kind of going on. I don't have to explain who our enemy is. He's beaten all of us individually, subjugated us as a team, and now he calls Oscorp his home, living under the protection of Norman Osborn. We've waited long enough. It's time we made our move. And the funny thing is, you're thinking, okay, he's probably talking about Spider-Man. If the move is revenge, count me in. Me too. I'm still smarting from our last fight. We all are. Which raises the question, what will make this battle different? Last time, we were hunted. Now, we are the hunters. It sounds like we're in agreement, as we get everybody pretty much talking up. We see, the living brain must die, and to do it, Sinister Six will burn Oscorp to the ground. To be continued. It's like, ah, shit! And then we get, like, fan page, teasing us up. Of course, we'll be dealing with Blood Hunt next. So, I liked this issue because we actually got forward momentum and movement on Ben and Janine. Actually coming to terms with, of course, the memories and everything, and just be like, okay, let's try and be us. And Ben being like, Spidey's in trouble here. And I did like them diving deeper into that, of Ben questioning that, of Eve questioning their motives and how they've hurt people and caused a lot of pain with trying to get these memories back and trying to help Ben, and being like, maybe we should just focus on moving forward and having a future. It's like, cool. And Kafka being incapable of doing that and trying to still be in the past and utilize that and harm that and use that to harm Ben. And Spidey and Betty pretty much being like, we gotta stop this shit. This is fucked up, as they still get the Winkler device and everything. And I love the tease that the Sinister Six are going after the living brain. So Spidey and Norman are going to kind of have to help that out and stop the Sinister Six that way. It's going to be gnarly. I kind of like what we're setting up here and getting into some interesting kind of Spidey moves of what's kind of going on here. I really enjoyed this, and I really liked the art style as well, and seeing all the kind of craziness of Janine utilizing the serial killer kind of mask, and her utilizing her different kind of mask powers. It's a different kind of power set that you don't really see used much, and I like seeing it showcased here, even though if it's not a big flashy kind of one. But I like this. I like seeing Pete trying to help Betty, trying to help Ben, even trying to help Kafka, even if that meant knocking her ass out because she was being stupid, and getting her back to a place where she can get the help that she can to get better. So I really enjoyed this one, and I can't wait to see how they're going to have to deal with the Sinister Six going after the living brain. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.